difference, World Bank in its early years did not focus on reflecting the type of political economy applicable to developing countries. There were many reasons for that. First of all, it was not among the World Bank's priorities at time. In 1950s, most of the World Bank's loan, around 52.7%, went to the industrialized countries. Second, the economists and directors of the World Bank were neoclassical economists. And the theoretical framework of neoclassical economy didn't assign any particular place to developing countries. It was not until 1960s World Bank created the International Development Association, an instrument for providing low-interest loans to developing countries. From the 1950s to 1970s, the World Bank placed more emphasis on development and developmental planning. This trend was largely abandoned by the World Bank in the 1980s when neoliberal economic policies were implemented. The World Bank has no opinion of its own, but it doesn't stop it from criticizing others. The World Bank criticized the report of the United Nations Commission on Employment and Economy. The report advocated increased public investment in heavy industry in developing countries. The World Bank argued that it was enough for the governments of the developing countries to provide a good infrastructure, leaving the responsibility for heavy industry to the domestic and foreign private sector. So the recommendation of World Bank, what it actually meant is that the profitable industry should be privatized. On the other hand, the government and the society have to bear the cost of infrastructure provision. The World Bank's recommendation is to privatize profits and socialize cost. South Korea did not adhere to the World Bank's recommendation. The government invested heavily in heavy industries. Certain countries like South Korea, Taiwan and Israel have benefited mostly from increased US foreign aid. Korea was able to pursue a partially independent development strategy until 1980s. The World Bank opposed Korea's involvement in the full-scale vehicle manufacturing. It suggested that Korea should focus only on manufacturing the component parts of vehicles. It said that Korea would not find any market for selling its car. But Korean authorities remained firm in their position. In the mid-1980s, Hyundai, fully private capital controlled company backed by the Korean government, succeeded in exporting its cars to United States of America. A report on rapid growth in Africa south of Sahara was compiled by economist Elliot Webb on the biggest of World Bank chief Robert McNamara. For a long time, the report was the basis for the World Bank's policy position. The report criticized inadequate support given to the private initiative and over-dependence on public sector. The report also recommended increased support should be given to cash crops and support given for food crops should be reduced. Berg and his team argued that countries should not aim to achieve self-sufficiency in food for any reason. They are totally against food security. They argue that cash crops are to be favored and have a distinct comparative advantage in most African countries. They suggested that the country should export tropical produce and import other food items, and if they follow the principle of self-sufficiency in food and don't cultivate cash crops, that would result in heavy revenue losses, they suggested. And the report criticized the strengthening of the public sector by foreign aid, and the report blamed the African leaders for most of Africa's misfortunes and absolved international financial institutions and northern countries of blame. Three projects implemented by the World Bank met severe opposition. First one is Polano Resto road project implemented in Brazil in Amazon. Second one is Narmada Dam project in India, which evacuated a large number of people. The third one is Kedimombo Dam built in Indonesia. And Eric said about 50,000 people from all parts of India participated in a massive demonstration in Hasudnagar, Madhya Pradesh in 1989 September against plans to build dams across the Narmada River in India. In 1988, 80,000 activists protested against the anti-social policies of the World Bank and IMF in the annual meeting which took place in West Berlin. This was the first massive demonstration against the Bretton Woods institution. In 1992 May, just days before its summit, the World Bank's management conducted an independent study of dam across the Narmada River in India. US Representative Bradford Moss coordinated the study. The report concluded that the number of people to be displaced by the dams and canals in Narmada was 240,000 instead of the originally expected 1 lakh, which caused a panic among the World Bank administration. The report was decided to be kept secret until the Earth Summit get over and the goal was achieved. It was only the upheavals triggered by the structural adjustment policies and the consequent decline in the standard of living of the people in the countries concerned that led to the World Bank to take up the issue of poverty after 10 years of its inactivity. In 1990, the entire World Bank development report was focused about poverty. The highly indebted poor countries program was launched in 1996. The scheme aimed to write off the rising debts of developing countries, but it did not cancel the 80% of the debt of 42 countries as announced in 1996 or 90% debt as announced in June 1999. In fact, the debt of 18 countries has fallen from just $218 billion to $205 billion. That is, in between 1996 to 2003, the amount of debt was decreased only by 6%. The program failed to alleviate the debt problem of the poor countries. Eric said high interest rate on loans deny people access to credit and deny credit access to small and medium enterprises, and even large manufacturers are unable to increase their investment because of the increased interest rates that leads to recession in the economy. A large portion of the Indonesian government's finances were allocated for debt repayment. About 50% in 1999 and 40% in 2000 were earmarked for debt repayment. Eric suggested that if third world countries set up their own development banks and create their own monetary fund, they can easily function without relying on World Bank or IMF or the private financial institutions of developed countries. Structural adjustment programs has been the main strategy or approach of the World Bank and IMF for development since 1980s. In World Bank, Wolfensohn replaced the much devalued structural adjustment and replaced with in World Bank, Wolfensohn replaced the much devalued structural adjustment and introduced poverty reduction strategic plans. In fact, only the name was changed. The privatization and liberalization of the colonial economic structure remained unchanged. The World Bank and the IMF actually imposed stringent conditions on loan because they worked hand in hand with the WTO, which was created after 1995. In 1997, Wolfensohn initiated a tripartite review of the bank's structural adjustment policies by World Bank, civil society and governments. This was Wolfensohn's first constructive move in the World Bank, Eric said. Field investigations have pointed out the major problems with the plans, and the World Bank was reluctant to make the results of the review public, and the World Bank group held it back from publishing. The World Bank made a report and its conclusions were based on its own research. It rarely mentioned the 5-year strategic plan for poverty reduction and the process. SAPRI process. In 2001 August, the World Bank completely withdrew from the strategic plan for poverty reduction SAPRI process. Though it said that it had learned from it was not committed itself to reshaping its lending policy based on the findings of the strategic plans for poverty reduction. In 2002, April, the full report on the strategic plan for poverty reduction named as SAPRI by civil society investigations in both countries without the World Bank intervention was released to the public. Wolfgang and his team lamented that they were out of touch with the strategic plan for poverty reduction. He promised to read the report and discuss it seriously. However, neither World Bank nor Wolfgang has shown any interest in making changes to the loan plans. Instead, there was no change. Structural adjustment policies were central to World Bank in financing through poverty reduction strategies and poverty and development programs. The World Bank also rejected the report of the World Commission on Dams, and the World Bank also rejected the report of the Extractive Industries Commission. The report by the Extractive Industry Commission recommended that the World Bank and its group IFSC, International Finance Corporation, has to phase out their involvement in the oil and natural gas mining industry, and they have to increase their financing for renewable energy. Other three initiatives in three different domains: the Strategic Plan for Poverty Reduction (SAPRI), the World Commission on Dams, and the Extractive Industries Commission, all received criticism of the World Bank and indicated that it was ready to change the bank's operation accordingly. The World Bank did not give any consideration to it and totally rejected the reporters. The World Bank did not take any note of it. It didn't consider it. It rejected all the reports. Eric warned that this will serve as a lesson to those who are under the illusion that negotiation can bring about change in World Bank policies and practice. This is to be continued in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.